There's only one place where we floundered. Now, the KIMS kits that we have got several capabilities. One of the capabilities it has is to transmit results. For some reason, we chose not to use that aspect and decided to have people come to Nairobi to verify the hard copies before we could transmit the result. Now, that process took so long that in that 5-6 days, it gave room for theories and other things to come forward. And what that does, it festers. So by the time things are coming to a boil, even if there's no spark, the spark appears. So keeping the process transparent, clear, honest, so that when people observe, they're satisfied with whatever results they get.
Thank you, Joy. Thank you,
Sante.
Joy, you are chair, and you are in Anniversary Towers. Now, this time is not Mungiki, but Kenyans besiege the place because of whatever decision that the commission has made, and you are in there for 3 days. Will you resign?
It depends. It depends. If I have worked in some hanky-panky that is obvious for people to see, then the honorable thing to do would actually be to resign. But there is a level to which where courage, push comes to shove, and now courage has to step up for you. So if I am doing what is needful to be done, if I'm doing what is needful as per my oath, because once I become chairman, I'm sure one of the things that will happen, I will take oath before I get into Anniversary Towers. So the terms of my oath, did I abide with that oath faithfully? If I did, and I know what is good for the country, I will stand my ground, because I'm one of those people who believes that God takes care of me. So the people paying for my blood, yes. But if I have been involved in something that is out of character or out of what I'm supposed to do, then the honorable thing to do would be to resign. And if that is a decision that I need to make for God and country, that is what I would do.
Thank you. Carol, do you like to go? Please.
Sure. Thank you, Chairman. Good evening once more, Joy. And let's talk about you are impeding work at the IBC. In the past days, months, you can say that maybe June 2023, 24. So this country went through a very difficult political terrain, which was caused by our youth, Gen Zs, right? So one of the things that they were actually looking into is to exercise their constitutional right at Article 104 to recall their political representatives from Parliament. How does the Constitution empower such a group of people who are aggrieved one way or another by the performance of their representative in Parliament to exercise their right to recall him or her?
Thank you for that question. One of the things that I found curious with the uprising last year was that people's grievances were genuine. When you listen to them, they actually were genuine concerns. Problem was how they were addressed would not arrive at the destination that they wanted. So, for example, what you put down in Article 104, when you want to recall your MP, the parameters are very clear. What you need to do, go and collect signatures from at least 1,000 voters in that particular constituency, set out a petition stating what is your grievance with your MP.
So, Joy, just to help me, I would like us to speak about some of these provisions in the law, in the Constitution, that perhaps the group, the young people of this country could have used. How does the Constitution empower them to exercise that right? Like step by step, if you don't mind.
Okay. So if you want to recall your MP, you first of all, you go to the constituency where you want to recall the MP and you gather the voters there. You have that discussion and you decide, you know what, our MP needs to go back. You need, first and foremost, they need to have finished, I think, at least the first, it's the first 2 years, if I'm not wrong. But I could be corrected. Once you have convinced your fellow voters, then you collect the signatures to say, you know what, we want to recall so-and-so MP, and this is the reason why. So you set out a small petition where you list down the reasons why you want to recall your MP. Once you have done this, then you present the same to the Speaker of the National Assembly so that it is tabled. You need to also get the buy-in of the other voters, because at the end of the day, once your MP is put to task as to the accusations against them, they will defend themselves. And if they're found to be culpable, then because of